America's retail collapse is accelerating faster than anyone imagined. In this video on the US retail apocalypse, we reveal how over 3,200 stores have closed in just the past year, costing more jobs than the entire coal industry. Major chains like Walgreens, 2,150 stores, and CVS, 900 stores, are shutting down, while even Walmart, the world's biggest retailer, is retreating from several states. Nationwide, theft losses exceed $112 billion annually, rents have surged 20%, and inflation has transformed bargain hunters into survival shoppers. From malls to main streets, America's retail empire is collapsing, and no brand, no matter how iconic, is safe from the fallout. Number 10. Advance Auto Parts. Advance Auto Parts, once a quiet giant in American retail, is now facing a massive retail collapse in 2025. With over 4,700 stores nationwide, the brand built its empire on the do-it-yourself car repair movement, selling the belts, filters, and spark plugs that fueled America's love for fixing things. But that empire is breaking down faster than the vehicles it served. This year, Advance Auto Parts announced the closure of 523 corporate stores and plans to exit another 200 independently owned locations, signaling a crisis that goes far beyond retail. The reason? The automotive world has changed forever. Gas-powered cars have thousands of moving parts, while electric vehicles, EVs, have fewer than 20. As EV adoption surges, the demand for traditional auto parts has collapsed. Even loyal customers are abandoning Advance Auto Parts, price-checking every item on Amazon, which now controls nearly 60% of online auto parts sales. Financially, the picture is grim. Operating profits are down 45% year over year. Inventory write-offs top $110 million, and sales per square foot have fallen from $170 to under $120 in just 5 years. Mechanics are switching to online wholesalers, offering prices up to 25% lower. But the deeper problem isn't just e-commerce, it's technology itself. Modern cars are smarter, software-driven, and nearly impossible to repair without certification. Advance Auto Parts was built for grease, not code. And as America shifts from fix-it-yourself to replace it entirely, an era of mechanical independence comes to an end. Number 9. Big Lots. Big Lots, once a lifeline for America's struggling shoppers, is now facing a devastating retail collapse. Known for affordable furniture, home goods, and snacks under $20, Big Lots in 2025 is battling bankruptcy, mass store closures, and liquidation sales. The once thriving discount retailer, which operated over 1,400 stores nationwide, is now shutting hundreds as sales plunge nearly 18% year over year. Inflation and soaring living costs have destroyed Big Lots' core customer base, working families who can no longer afford non-essential purchases. When groceries cost 25% more and rent takes half a paycheck, shoppers stop filling carts with patio furniture and decor. Their loyal bargain hunters have turned into survival shoppers. But the deeper problem is structural. Big Lots was built for the working middle class, a group that's rapidly disappearing. Competing against Dollar General, Five Below, and Amazon's bulk deals, the brand now finds itself stuck. Too cheap to be premium, yet too expensive to be essential. Even after a last-minute acquisition deal in 2025, analysts predict that up to 40% of Big Lots stores could vanish by year's end. Empty parking lots and "Everything Must Go" banners now mark what was once a symbol of affordable comfort. Big Lots' downfall is more than a business story. It's a warning about America's broken retail and economic systems. When a store built on affordability goes bankrupt, it signals the end of an era where the average American could still dream of stability and home comfort. Number 8. Kohl's. Kohl's was once the heartbeat of suburban America. Bright aisles, endless coupon deals, and that familiar 30% off sale that made shoppers feel like they were saving big. But in 2025, Kohl's is closing 27 stores nationwide, signaling a deeper retail collapse that goes beyond simple underperformance. The company is struggling to survive an outdated retail model in a world transformed by online shopping, inflation, and shrinking middle-class budgets. For decades, Kohl's balanced between department store luxury and discount convenience. But that balance has now collapsed. With $5 gas, rising grocery bills, and fewer discretionary dollars, Kohl's core shoppers, middle-income families, are spending 25% less per visit than they did just 5 years ago. The company has tried everything, adding Sephora partnerships, redesigning stores, launching loyalty programs, and testing smaller formats. Yet, sales continue to fall, and Kohl's stock value has dropped over 40% since 2022. Foot traffic is fading fast. When a business depends on leisurely browsing but customers are now hunting deals online, the writing is on the wall. As e-commerce captures over 65% of apparel sales, malls anchored by Kohl's are watching their ecosystems collapse. Kohl's isn't just closing stores, it's witnessing the slow death of brick-and-mortar retail in America. The suburban weekend ritual, mom with coupons, dad comparing jeans, kids in the toy aisle, is vanishing into history. The lights may still be on inside Kohl's, but the future of America's once beloved department store is already flickering out. Number 7. Dollar General. When Dollar General starts closing stores, it's more than a retail problem. It's a national warning sign. Once the backbone of small-town America, Dollar General operated over 19,000 locations nationwide, thriving in places Walmart abandoned, towns with one diner, one gas station, and one discount store. But in 2025, even Dollar General is running out of dollars. The company has announced dozens of store closures and paused new openings for the first time in years. Rising operating costs are crushing profit margins. Wages are up 22%, shipping costs have climbed 18%, and theft has surged 30% since 2022. For a retailer built on selling $1.25 essentials, those increases are devastating. Worse, the closures are hitting America's poorest communities, places where Dollar General was often the only source for milk, batteries, or diapers. The brand's empire of cheap convenience came at a steep cost: understaffed stores, low wages, and razor-thin profits. Now, even loyal customers are pulling back. Families who once filled carts with low-cost goods have nothing left after paying inflated bills for rent, utilities, and groceries, up nearly 25%. Though Dollar General's annual revenue still exceeds $38 billion, profits are collapsing. Investors call it retail fatigue, a polite way of saying customers are too broke to buy. As stores shutter across Tennessee, Texas, and Ohio, it's clear the dollar store era is ending. For decades, Dollar General was where the American dream went on clearance. Now, even clearance is too expensive. Number 6. 7-Eleven. It sounds impossible, but 7-Eleven, the brand once synonymous with convenience, is collapsing in 2025. The company has announced the closure of 444 stores across North America, signaling a shocking end to an era. The reason is simple yet devastating. Convenience itself is dying. For decades, 7-Eleven thrived on impulse, always open, always nearby, and always stocked with overpriced coffee, snacks, and lottery tickets you didn't plan to buy. Its genius was location. But in today's digital and delivery-driven economy, that formula no longer works. DoorDash delivers the same snacks for less, Amazon Fresh brings groceries to your doorstep in an hour, and Starbucks mobile orders have taken the morning rush. The result? Foot traffic is down 25% since 2020, and average revenue per store has dropped below $1.4 million, the lowest in 15 years. On the cost side, things look even worse. Labor expenses are up 19%, energy costs up 28%, and insurance premiums for 24-hour stores have tripled due to rising crime, robberies, and vandalism. Many franchise owners are now losing $40,000 to $60,000 per year just to stay open. What's tragic is that these closures hit communities hardest. Urban workers grabbing late-night meals and low-income families relying on quick essentials. The once bright 7-Eleven neon sign, a symbol of American convenience, now represents burnout and decline. 7-Eleven isn't just closing stores, it's closing an American habit. The convenience store has become inconvenient, and that may be the biggest shock of all. Number 5. Best Buy. Best Buy, once known as America's tech temple, is now powering down. It was the store where millions bought their first iPod, flat-screen TV, or laptop, the place where the future was on display. But in 2025, the electronics giant confirmed 24 store closures, with another 15 planned for 2026, as profits fall and relevance fades fast. The core issue? The upgrade cycle is dead. Americans once replaced TVs every 3 years. Now it's every 10. Laptops last 6 years, phones last 4, and smart devices rarely die. When consumers stop upgrading, retailers suffocate. Best Buy's net income plunged from $2.4 billion in 2021 to just $1 billion in 2024, while Amazon, Apple, and Samsung have cut them out completely. Apple now sells 38% of its US products directly, leaving no room for middlemen. Meanwhile, foot traffic has dropped 35% since 2019, while rent for their massive stores can reach $100,000 per month. Labor costs have surged, with wages averaging $21 per hour, and retail theft has exploded, costing Best Buy over $50 million in 2024 alone. In a desperate pivot, Best Buy turned some stores into pickup hubs and launched a $199 Total Tech membership for support services. But even that can't offset collapsing hardware margins or declining in-store sales. Best Buy once outlived Circuit City, Radio Shack, and H.H. Gregg. But now, the unbeatable tech retailer faces its toughest battle yet. When Best Buy can't beat the buy button, the end of an era is near. Number 4. Macy's. Macy's, once the crown jewel of American retail, is collapsing faster than anyone expected. More than just a store, Macy's was a national tradition, from the famous Thanksgiving Day parade to the dazzling holiday windows at its flagship Herald Square location. But in 2025, the legend is unraveling. Macy's has announced the closure of 65 stores, accelerating its earlier plan of 50. That's not a restructuring, it's a full-scale retail retreat. Back in 2015, Macy's operated over 840 stores. Today, fewer than 450 remain. Annual revenue has plunged from $25 billion to under $17 billion in less than a decade. Every closure marks more than a lost lease. It's another nail in the coffin of the American mall. The truth is simple. The department store model is dying. Foot traffic is down 40% since 2019, while online sales, though higher, generate razor-thin margins. Shoppers no longer stroll aisles, they scroll screens. Macy's tried to adapt with luxury partnerships, mini stores, and a push into the beauty industry, but rising inflation, energy costs, up 18%, rent, up 22%, and insurance, up 30%, have eaten away profits. Even worse, theft losses now exceed $300 million a year, leaving the retailer bleeding cash. When a Macy's store closes, it devastates entire shopping centers. Small businesses shut down, restaurants empty, and local tax revenue vanishes. Macy's isn't just closing stores, it's closing a chapter in American culture. The brand that once defined celebration and style is now fading into nostalgia. One final clearance sale before the curtain falls on a century of fashion and dreams. Number 3. Walgreens. Walgreens, once the most familiar name in American healthcare and convenience, is quietly disappearing from the map. Known for being on every corner in every neighborhood, the 24-hour pharmacy giant is now in crisis. By 2027, Walgreens plans to close 2,150 stores, nearly 25% of its 8,600 U.S. locations. The numbers tell a devastating story. Over $6 billion in losses since 2023, collapsing foot traffic and shrinking prescription margins. Insurance reimbursements have dropped 15%, while labor costs have risen 20%, leaving pharmacies making only cents on the dollar, and those cents are vanishing fast. Meanwhile, retail theft is up 30% nationwide, forcing hundreds of stores in major cities like San Francisco, Chicago, and Seattle to either lock entire aisles or shut down. One major theft incident can erase a full day's profit, and with insurance premiums up 40% since 2020, Some locations can no longer afford to stay insured. But Walgreens' deeper problem isn't just crime, it's digital disruption. New competitors like Amazon Pharmacy and Capsule are stealing younger customers who prefer having prescriptions delivered in 24 hours instead of waiting in line. Walgreens' debt now exceeds $34 billion, and even after massive closures, profits haven't rebounded. In 2025, Walgreens began pulling out of low-income urban markets, creating dangerous pharmacy deserts, areas where residents must travel miles for essential medications. It's a cruel irony. America's largest healthcare chain is collapsing just when healthcare demand is higher than ever. Walgreens' fall isn't just corporate failure, it's a public health crisis unfolding in real time. Number 2. Amazon Fresh. Amazon Fresh, once hailed as the future of grocery shopping, is now in full retreat. The company that revolutionized e-commerce, cloud computing, and logistics has stumbled in the one business everyone thought it could conquer: groceries. In 2025, Amazon Fresh began quietly closing stores across California, Illinois, and Virginia, freezing new openings and shelving expansion plans that once targeted 500 locations nationwide. The reason is simple. Grocery retail runs on razor-thin margins, just 1% to 3%. And even Amazon's trillion-dollar empire couldn't escape the math. Rising wages, energy bills, and retail theft, up 25% in 2 years, have gutted profits. Not even Amazon's famed robots and algorithms could save the business. Its much-hyped just-walk-out cashierless technology backfired, costing over $10 million per store annually in maintenance. Shoppers complained about the cold, surveillance-heavy experience, and employees struggled to manage it. Meanwhile, sales per square foot lagged behind traditional grocers like Kroger and Publix, while inflation pushed shoppers to hunt for bargains. When eggs doubled in price and cereal hit $8, customers didn't care about innovation. They wanted discounts. Amazon Fresh's prices averaged 10% higher than Walmart's, driving customers away and leaving stores with mounting losses. Now, millions in operating losses, abandoned leases, and hundreds of layoffs mark the end of Amazon's grocery experiment. The irony is profound. Amazon destroyed malls, bookstores, and department stores, but it couldn't digitize dinner. If Amazon Fresh can't make food retail profitable, it's a chilling warning for the entire future of retail. Number 1. Walmart. Walmart, long considered the backbone of American commerce, is showing serious cracks. With over 4,600 stores, 1.66 million employees, and $600 billion in annual revenue, the retailer has been a symbol of accessibility and affordability. But in 2025, Walmart began closing stores across 6 states, including California, Illinois, and Washington, citing rising theft, low profits, and unsafe operating conditions. When the world's largest retailer starts retreating, the entire industry should take notice. Retail shrinkage, Walmart's term for theft and loss, has surged past $3 billion annually. Organized crime rings now hit stores daily, stripping shelves in minutes while employees are told not to intervene. Some locations lose up to $10,000 per week to theft alone. Added security costs, including armed guards, cameras, and locked cases, now total nearly $500 million per year. At the same time, inflation has crushed consumer purchasing power. Walmart's core low-income shoppers can no longer fill carts as before. Average ticket sizes dropped 8%, while grocery prices rose 7% in a single year. Even Walmart's legendary supply chain efficiency can't offset skyrocketing rent, wages averaging $19 per hour, and rising energy costs. Many stores are barely breaking even. Walmart's retreat is more than a corporate decision. It's an economic earthquake. Jobs vanish, local suppliers lose contracts, and entire communities face collapse. The parking lots that once bustled with shoppers are now ghost towns. This isn't just Walmart tightening belts. It's a warning. If even Walmart can't survive in every corner of America, the future of affordable retail and middle-class stability is at serious risk.